Have you ever noticed that some people seem to make money, keep money, and grow their wealth while others constantly struggle, no matter how hard they work? At first, it might seem like luck. Some people blame the economy, others blame their circumstances, and many simply assume that wealthy people were born with advantages that ordinary people never had. But if you look closely, you'll discover something interesting. The people who build financial freedom often think differently. They follow certain principles that guide their decisions long before money ever appears in their bank account. Sigma men understand this better than most. They know that money is not just about how much you earn. It is also about how you think, how you spend, how you save, and how you manage your time. While many people focus on looking successful, Sigma men focus on becoming successful. They understand that financial strength is built through discipline, patience, and smart decisions repeated over time. They are not obsessed with impressing other people. They are focused on building a future that gives them freedom and control over their lives. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that money problems can always be solved by making more money. But Sigma men know that without the right habits, more income often leads to more problems. A person who cannot manage a small amount of money will usually struggle to manage a large amount as well. That is why Sigma men focus on developing strong financial habits before they focus on increasing their income. They understand that wealth begins in the mind long before it appears in reality. In today's world, people are constantly encouraged to spend. They are told to buy more, show more, and keep up with everyone around them. Many people fall into this trap and spend years chasing appearances instead of building real financial security. Sigma men refuse to play that game. They understand that true wealth is not about looking rich, it is about having options, freedom, and peace of mind. So, what are the money rules that Sigma men live by? What habits allow them to avoid financial mistakes that trap so many others? And how can these principles help you create a stronger and more secure future for yourself? In this video, we're going to explore the Sigma money rules that build discipline, financial awareness, and long-term success. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and turn on notifications for more Sigma mindset, self-discipline, personal growth, and success content. Now, let's uncover the Sigma money rules that can change the way you think about wealth forever. Spend less than you earn. One of the most important money rules Sigma men follow is spending less than they earn. This idea sounds simple, but many people ignore it. In today's world, there is constant pressure to spend money. People are encouraged to buy the latest products, upgrade things they already own, and keep up with lifestyles they cannot truly afford. As a result, many individuals earn a decent income but still struggle financially because their expenses continue to grow alongside their earnings. A Sigma man understands that financial stability begins with discipline. He knows that it does not matter how much money enters his account if all of it immediately leaves. Instead of focusing on appearances, he focuses on creating a gap between what he earns and what he spends. That gap becomes savings, investments, and future opportunities. It gives him flexibility and reduces financial stress. Living below your means does not require living a miserable life. It simply means making intentional decisions. Sigma men ask themselves whether a purchase adds real value or whether it is being made to impress others. This mindset helps them avoid unnecessary spending and maintain control over their finances. Over time, small financial decisions create significant results. Consistently spending less than you earn allows wealth to grow gradually. It creates a foundation of security and independence that many people never achieve because they are trapped in a cycle of earning and spending. The Sigma understands that financial freedom is not built by showing people how much money you have. It is built by controlling how much money you keep. That is why spending less than you earn remains one of the most powerful financial habits a person can develop. Invest in yourself first. One of the smartest financial rules Sigma men follow is investing in themselves before anything else. Many people think investing only means putting money into businesses, property, or financial assets. While those things can be important, the Sigma understands that the most valuable investment is often personal growth. Skills, knowledge, discipline, and experience can create opportunities that no material possession can provide. A Sigma man constantly looks for ways to improve himself. He spends time learning new skills, reading, studying, and developing abilities that increase his value. He understands that knowledge can create opportunities for higher income, better decisions, and greater independence. Unlike material possessions, skills cannot easily be taken away. The more capable a person becomes, the more options they create for themselves. This mindset also changes the way he views money. Instead of spending everything on temporary pleasures, he is willing to invest in things that help him grow. Whether it involves education, training, books, or practical experience, he sees these expenses as investments rather than costs. He knows that improving himself often produces returns for years to come. Another advantage of self investment is confidence. The more knowledge and skills a person develops, the less dependent they become on luck or external circumstances. They gain the ability to create opportunities rather than waiting for them to appear. This increases both financial and personal freedom. Sigma Sen understand that money follows value. The more value you can provide to the world, the more opportunities become available. That is why investing in yourself remains one of the most important financial decisions you can make. Before building wealth, build yourself. Avoid buying things to impress people. One of the biggest financial traps in modern society is spending money to impress other people. Many individuals purchase expensive items not because they truly need them, but because they want to create a certain image. They want others to see them as successful, wealthy, or important. Unfortunately, this mindset often leads to financial stress and poor decision making. Sigma men understand this trap and actively avoid it. A Sigma man does not measure his worth through material possessions. He understands that real confidence comes from character, discipline, and achievement rather than appearances. Because of this, he feels no need to constantly prove his success through spending. He focuses on value rather than image. If something serves a purpose and improves his life, he may buy it. If it exists only to impress others, he thinks carefully before spending money on it. This habit creates a significant financial advantage. Money that might have been wasted on unnecessary purchases can instead be saved, invested, or used for personal growth. Over time, these decisions create greater financial stability and freedom. While others are trapped trying to maintain appearances, the Sigma is building a stronger future. Avoiding status driven spending also reduces pressure. When you stop trying to impress everyone, you gain the freedom to make decisions based on what actually matters to you. This often leads to a more satisfying and less stressful life. The Sigma understands a simple truth: people who are truly successful rarely need to constantly prove it. Real wealth is not about looking rich. It is about having control over your finances and the freedom to make choices without being driven by the opinions of others. Build multiple sources of income. One of the key financial rules Sigma men follow is avoiding dependence on a single source of income. Many people rely entirely on one paycheck and assume it will always be there. While a steady income is valuable, depending on only one source can create vulnerability. Unexpected events can happen, industries can change, and opportunities can disappear. Sigma men understand the importance of creating multiple ways to earn money. This does not necessarily mean working endlessly or taking on several jobs at once. Instead, it means gradually building additional streams of income over time. These may come from skills, side projects, investments, digital products, businesses, or other opportunities. The goal is not simply to make more money. The goal is to create stability and reduce dependence on a single source. Having multiple sources of income provides flexibility. If one source decreases or disappears, others remain available. This creates a stronger financial foundation and reduces stress. It also increases opportunities for growth because income is no longer tied to a single path. Sigma men understand that financial freedom often requires creativity and initiative. Rather than waiting for someone else to determine their financial future, they actively look for ways to create value and generate additional income. They focus on long-term security rather than short-term comfort. Building multiple income streams takes time, patience, and effort. However, the benefits can be significant. Greater stability, increased opportunities, and improved financial independence all come from reducing reliance on a single source of income. That is why Sigma men view diversification as an important part of building long-term wealth and security. Think long-term. One of the qualities that separates financially successful people from everyone else is their ability to think long-term. Many individuals focus only on immediate results. They want quick rewards, instant gratification, and rapid success. This mindset often leads to poor financial decisions. because short-term pleasure is prioritized over long-term growth. Sigma men understand that meaningful wealth is rarely built overnight. Instead of chasing fast results, the Sigma focuses on consistency. He knows that small decisions repeated over many years often create the biggest outcomes. Saving a little money regularly, improving skills consistently, and making thoughtful financial choices may not seem exciting in the moment, but those habits compound over time. Thinking long term also changes the way he evaluates opportunities. Rather than asking what will provide the fastest reward, he asks what will create the greatest value in the future. This perspective helps him avoid impulsive decisions and focus on sustainable growth. Patience becomes one of his greatest financial strengths. While others become discouraged because results are not immediate, the Sigma remains committed to the process. He understands that success often requires time. Whether building wealth, developing skills, or achieving goals, long-term thinking provides an advantage that many people overlook. Another benefit of this mindset is reduced stress. People who constantly chase quick results often experience frustration when progress feels slow. The Sigma understands that growth is a gradual process. Because he focuses on the long game, temporary setbacks do not easily discourage him. By thinking long-term, he creates a foundation for lasting success rather than temporary gains. That patience and discipline become powerful tools for building financial security and independence. Protect your financial freedom for Sigma men. Money not is simply about buying things. It is about freedom. Financial freedom means having choices. It means being able to make decisions based on your values rather than being forced into situations because of financial pressure. This is why protecting financial freedom becomes one of the most important money rules they follow. Many people unknowingly sacrifice freedom by making decisions that create unnecessary financial obligations. They take on expenses they cannot comfortably manage, accumulate debt, and become dependent on circumstances they cannot control. Over time, these choices reduce flexibility and increase stress. A Sigma man works to avoid this situation whenever possible. Protecting financial freedom requires discipline. It involves managing expenses carefully, avoiding unnecessary financial risks, and maintaining a strong foundation of savings and stability. The Sigma understands that every financial decision has consequences. Before committing to something, he considers how it will affect his future options. Financial freedom also creates confidence. When a person has control over their finances, they gain greater independence and peace of mind. They are less likely to make desperate decisions because they are not constantly under pressure. This allows them to focus on long-term goals and personal growth. The Sigma does not view money as a tool for status. He views it as a tool for creating opportunities. The more financial freedom he has, the more control he has over his time, choices, and future direction. That is why protecting financial freedom remains one of his highest priorities. In the end, true wealth is not measured by what you own. It is measured by the freedom you have to live life on your own terms. Money is not just about numbers in a bank account. It is about the habits, decisions, and mindset that shape your future. Sigma men understand that wealth is built through discipline, patience, and long-term thinking. They spend less than they earn, invest in themselves, avoid trying to impress others, create multiple sources of income, think years ahead, and protect their financial freedom at all costs. The truth is that financial success is rarely the result of one big decision. It is usually the result of hundreds of small decisions made consistently over time. Every choice you make with your money either moves you closer to freedom or further away from it. Sigma men understand this, which is why they focus on building strong habits instead of chasing shortcuts. Remember, real wealth is not about looking rich. It is about having options. It is about having the freedom to make choices without being controlled by financial stress. And most importantly, it is about creating a life that gives you independence, security, and peace of mind. Now, I want to hear from you. Which Sigma money rule do you think is the most important, and which one are you already applying in your life? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want more content about Sigma mindset, financial discipline, self-improvement, and personal growth, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and build the future you deserve.